Can you hear me?
Yes,
We can hear you. Yes.
All right. Virat, start.
Yeah.
start.
Okay. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudire Gajananam bhutaganaதிதேவிதம் கவித்வஜம்பூபலசாரபக்ஷிதம் உமாத்வம் யோகவிநாசகாரணம் நமாமி விக்னேஸ்வரபாதபங்கஜம் பாபராமபர்த்தாரம் தாதாரம் சர்வசம்பராம் லோகாபிராமம் ஸ்ரீராமம் பூயோ பூயோ நமாம்யஹம் பார்த்தாராமாத்யந்தாரம் பீதானாம் பயநாசனம் விஷதாம் காலர்ணம் தம் ராமச்சந்திரம் நமாம்யஹம் रामाय रामभद्राय रामचंद्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचार्यः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति परां गतिं गोष्पदीगतवारीशं मशकीगतराक्षरं रामायण महाबाला रत्नं वन्दे लीलात्मजम् अंजनानंदनम वीरम जानकी शोकनाशनम कपीशमक्षहंतारम वंदे लंका भयंकरम. Last time we were in the sabha of King Virata. We came there with Draupadi who ran there seeking protection from Kichaka, who was in hot pursuit. He was running after her. He had pursued her inside the Rajasabha where the king was there. Yudishthira, as Kanka was there. They were playing dice, and the others, ministers and others assembled there, and Kichaka had run after her, and he had caught hold of her, and he had thrown her and kicked her. Then the Rakshasa who had been protecting Draupadi suddenly came and threw Kichaka away. That was the previous class, the last class. We continued from there. How she had pleaded with the king and with the people in the court, saying, "Protect me from this man. Where are my Gandharva husbands when I need them?" She had screamed. The king of Virata had dismissed her plea, saying, "I don't know what went on between you and Kichaka, and what do you expect me to do? I don't have the background." And then Yudishthira too was very angry. He was sweating, but he could not disclose who they were. And Bhima, who was lying a tree nearby to uproot it, Yudhishthira had conveyed to him, "It's not the right time to do anything for Ballava." Had restrained him. And the hot dialogue that went on between Yudhishthira and Draupadi. Yudhishthira, as Kanka, was saying that you must trust your husbands. They have not interfered here. There must be a reason for it, and all that. She was not having it, and she was going on saying something, and then he had told her, "Stop acting like that, doing the drama like an actress. Go," he had been telling her, "go to Queen Sudeshna's palace." And she was saying, "No, no," and all that. Then go. And she had replied that, yeah, I'm an actress and husband, wife of 5 great actors. The eldest of whom is a gambler. All that she had started seeing. And she was about to, anytime the fact that these are Pandavas might have broken out the way she was going about it. And Yudishthira had told her to better go. Then she had gone. She had gone back and Krishna had asked her, saying, "What happened?" And she had said, "You know what happened? You know. You only sent me to Kichaka, your brother, asking for wine. What do you think he will do?" Then she had told her, "He beat me up." And she had said, "He beat you up out of lust, that fellow. You tell me and I'll put him to death." And she had replied saying, "There's no need for you to take any strain in that matter. His death warrant is already signed. He has signed it. What you can do is to call him and do a Jiva Shraddham for him. Shraddham while alive, so that you can give him whatever food he likes. Shraddham food for the dead man, because he's a dead man walking. For tomorrow, he'll be dead." She had said all that stuff, and then she had said, "I'm taking a ratam, a diksha," tying a dharma around her wrist. She had taken a diksha saying, "No bath." She was bleeding from her mouth. She said, "I won't clean it. No bath, no food, no water, nothing until that fellow is killed." And she had gone to her room and she was thinking, "Kim karishyami, what am I to do? What am I to do? Kwagachami, where should I go? Kim karyam bhaven mama, what is it the thing that I should do?" And then her mind had gone to Bhima Sena. No person other than Bhima Sena will help me. Bhima Sena will help me, she thought. And at the depth of the night, she had quietly left her queen's palace and ran to the kitchen, the Pakashala, the royal kitchen, where Bhimasena would be resting in the night. Middle of the night, she had run into the pitch dark to royal kitchen. And the room was lit up by her own radiance. There's Vyasa, like a cow making its way to the king bull, or like a queen elephant making her way to the king elephant. She had moved, she moved, seeking Bhimasena in that dark kitchen. And she found him lying there fast asleep with a huge vessel serving as his patram, serving as his pillow, resting like that. His dress had gone black with soup from the kitchen, fires. He lay there like a mountain covered by black clouds. I think somewhere here we stopped. We continue from there. So we swing a little bit between mostly Vyasam and some Vyasa Bharata and some Bharata Champu of Anantapattam, Kashmiri great Bharatam writer. So Anantapattam says, she crept up to him and then she stood near him. He was lying fast asleep. And some tears from her eyes fell on his chest. She then had to wake him up, right? Like a lata, that means vine, a creeper, a climber, a vine that encircles a tree. She put her hands around his chest to embrace him. So, Antaram Dikshita, when he tells this part of the story, he says, those who are asleep, you must not just wake them up, gently wake them up. So some people have gone mad, he says, by being woken up suddenly. So she's slowly taking him up with her hand around him. She shook him gently and firmly, like a lioness waking up a lion. Veeneva maduralapa gandharam sadhu murchati. She, the Bhatta says, Veeneva maduralapa. She spoke to him, she called out to him in the man in a melodious way, in the melodious manner of a veena instrument being strummed in Gandhara. Ga, sa, re, ga, that note. Ga, ga, that note. Bhima, Bhima. She called out there. Uttishthotishth kim sheshe Bhimasena yathamrita namritasya papiyan bharyamalabhya jivati. Bhima, Bhima. Uttishthotishth kim sheshe Bhimasena yathamrita. Oh, get up, Bhimasena. Why are you sleeping like a dead man? With you alive, if you are not dead, then how is it that Kichaka is still alive? That sinner, how is he still holding on to life? Bhimasena got up and was surprised to see Draupadi there. That hour of the night. And she was crying. He asked her, my dear, what's the trouble? Tell me, I will solve it. Ahame vahite Krishne Vishwasya sarvakarmasu Amapat suchapetvam mokshayami punah punah. I alone, O Krishna, I can be trusted with every work of yours. I alone. From every distress of yours, I rescue you again and again. Tell me quickly, and then return to your place before anyone finds out that you are here. Tell me, what is the trouble? Say, what is the trouble? Ashotyatvam, she said. Ashotyatvam kutastasya yasya bharta Yudishthira janan sarvani dukkhani kimmam tvam paripritchasi. What is the trouble, you ask? How is it possible for a woman whose husband is Yudishthira to be without trouble? Can she be without sorrow? Knowing fully well all the distress that I am facing, what is she asking me? Kimmam tvam paripritchasi. You're cross-questioning me. What is the trouble? Oh, Bhimasena, I am still burning from the humiliation I suffered in the Yudhisthira when Dushasana dragged me called me a dasi. And in front of the whole assembly, in front of Bhishma, Drona, Kripacharya, Karna, he abused me. You know what he did? Distrobed me. Who other than I in this world has suffered like this in her life? And then that Jayadratha, that fellow, he grabbed me and he kidnapped me. Who other than me could have tolerated that? And today you're asking me what is troubling me. Today I am a servant of another lady. I crush chandanam, sandal paste for her husband, the king, King Virata. I crush sandal paste. Every day, day in and day out. I, daughter of Drupada, sister of Yudishthira, I, who was born of the altar of fire, Agni Kundam, I am suffering all this. I am suffering all this. And today, after this lowdown, Lampata Kichaka, he caught my hair, he beat me, he threw me down, he kicked me. Now, what do you want me to say? What is my trouble? What for should I be known as a Veera Patni? Where is there any shame left for me? Any modesty left for me? When I was being beaten up by that lout and I was screaming for protection, that Dharma Sunu Yudishthira, he sat there unconcerned, as if he is a super sannyasi, Vitaraga sannyasi, a sannyasi who has abandoned all attachment. All this, Ananta Bhatta, go to Vyasa, back to Vyasa Bharatam. In front of Matsya Raja, she says, that lout Kichaka, he kicked me and humiliated me. While the great gambler, she says, what is it? The great gambler, he just looked on. After all this, what reason is there for me to continue living? Back to Ananta Bhatta. King Yudishthira is now Kanka. That's his name, Kanka. Kanka also means vulture. Yeah, he is interested in feeding on the flesh of a dead Draupadi, she says. Dushasana only dragged me by my hair. Kichaka not only dragged me, he beat me up, he kicked me. This Kichaka perpetrated a far greater crime. And Dushasana. And if he is allowed to live, oh Bhima, I tell you this, This hair of mine, on which I have made an oath that I shall not tie it up until Dushasana is killed. This hair of mine, these tresses of mine, which I shall tie up properly only after Dushasana's death. This hair, I will never tie it up in my life, ever. If Kichaka is allowed to live. Back to Vyasabharata. Bhimasena. Bhimasena, this Kichaka is a Parama Durmati. He's a very evil fellow. Every day he has been cornering me and saying again and again, Bharya mama bhaveti, Bharya mama bhaveti. Become my wife, become my wife. I got sick of hearing this every day. My heart is at a bursting point. Vijanami tavamarsham balam viryam cha pandava tatoham paridevami jagrataste mahabala. O Pandava, he tells Bhima, O Pandava, I know very well your anger. I know very well that you do not endure nonsense. Your non-endurance. I know your strength. I know your valor very well. And therefore, I have come to plead in front of you. She appeals to his chivalry. Plead in front of you. Oh, Bhimasena, like an angry elephant, crushes a berry fruit that is lying on the forest floor. Likewise, crush the head of that Kichaka by your foot. Crush the head of that lout by your left foot. And if Kichaka lives to see the sun rise tomorrow, then I'll have no interest in living. She gives this project to Bhimasena. And then she takes off against Yudishthira. She says, condemn that gambling addicted brother of yours. Because of whose doings, I have fallen into immeasurable distress. Other than a hopeless addict of gambling, who on earth would have gambled and lost away even a single thing of what he had? And yet, he has not lost the taste for gambling. And now, like a moodha, like an idiot, he sits and watches quietly. Oh, what glory was not his that he gambled away. 100,000 chariots, thousands of subordinate kings paying him tribute. What didn't he have? A kitchen with 100,000 dasis who used to serve food in golden vessels. A king whose glory bards would sing night and day, in whose kingdom thousands of Maharishis, not one or two, thousands of Maharishis, rich in tapasya and Veda Jnana, lived. And where 80,000 young Vedavits Brahmanas were given bhiksha every day. A king in whose kingdom 10,000 urdhvareta yatis. Urdhvareta yatis means purna jnani, purna yogi, sannyasi, total, not because of taking sannyasa, by nature of their jnana, their yoga, urdhvaretas. 10,000 yatis who would never take dana, who would never accept dana, never ask for it. Such 10,000 jnanis were cared for by the affection of the king. Such a king, Yudishthira, is now serving as a gambling entertainer to make a living. Andhan vruddhan satha balan rashtresu durgatam. As a king, he cared for everyone. Andhan, the blind, vruddhan, the geriatrics, the old people, satha balan, the children, rashtresu durgatam, those in the kingdom who were in distress for one reason or the other, every one of them was cared for by the compassion of the king, Yudhishthira. And now the king is a gambler going by the name Kanka. And you ask me, what is the trouble? Where is the limit of my suffering? As for your good self, Bhima says, you're a cook. When I hear you announce, King, your food is ready, it breaks my heart. And when you are made to entertain the ladies in the inner apartments, the Antapuram, by fighting and by wrestling and fighting with lions and tigers, and they are all clapping and laughing, my heart would break. I would be bursting point. And the ladies would notice my emotions. And they would make fun of me, telling each other, this Saidindri seems to have a soft corner for that Ballava. Match is not bad. They talk to each other like that. And they laugh. And they ridicule. And then one will say, you know what? They both came at the same time. And then another one would say, yeah. How does that matter? So did that Napumsaka, eunuch. Right? Brahmana, don't have to marry him. Like that, they ridicule. And Arjuna, what do I talk of Arjuna? God, what can I say? The greatest of heroes is going around as a Napumsaka, an important eunuch. He whose twang of the bow was a legend is now plucking strings of musical instruments to entertain the women in the inner apartments. This is the hero at whose birth Ashariri, ethereal voices from the sky, announce that he will remove all the sorrow of Kunti. That hero is reduced to utter impotence. When I see the great Arjuna, Dhananjaya, going around in skirt and blouse, wearing bangles, ching, ching, ching of anklets, his hair put up in a bun, and makeup, surrounded by girls, entertaining King Virata. My mind goes dark, blank, black. I can't see anything. God, what would happen to Kunti if she knew of all this? And when I see Sahadeva, oh Bhimasena, when I see Sahadeva as a cowherd, looking after all those thousands and 10,000s of cows, my blood dries up. My blood dries up. My body becomes yellow. I lose my sleep thinking of it. And you are asking me, what is my trouble? So Bhimasena, as far as I know, Sahadeva is so pure, so pure. He has not in his whole life done even a bit of papa, for which he has to endure such suffering. Oh, how much did Kunti love him? I remember the day when we left for the forest exile for Vanavasa. Kunti Devi, she hugged Sahadeva and wept and wept. And then she took me aside and she told me, Yagyaseni, Sahadeva is a humble, honest, modest boy who can do no wrong. He is a dharmika. He is a madhurabhashi. He follows, is totally rooted in dharma, and he speaks very courteously, always. He is most dear to me, O Yagyaseni. O Panchali, Sahadeva is a child. You must take care of him. He worships Yudishthira. He worships Yudishthira. He is a Veera, all right, but he is a child. So in the night time in the forest, O Yagyaseni, you must hold his hand and lead him. O Panchali, Swayam Panchali Bhojaye. You must personally feed him. You can't leave the food for him to eat. He may not eat. You please feed him. Swayam, personally. Kunti had told all this about Sahadeva to Draupadi, because I have heard all this, I know what he'll do. But this is what he told. Then she says, and Nakula, who is endowed with such good looks, so strong, and such terrific intelligence. He is a horse caretaker. Oh, the viparita gati of Kala, the reverse gear that time has put us all in. Nakula is teaching horses to run and shows tricks, horse tricks to King Virata. Jump, jump, jump. Huh? Good boy. Huh? Oh, Bhimasena. Bhimasena, tell me one reason why I should be happy. You feel that I have any one reason? Because the King Yudishthira, countless sorrows surround me at all times. And Jadana, my heart's like, oh, Bhimasena, with my husband's alive, that I have to suffer thus. What greater sorrow can there be? Okay, okay, I console myself that it is all passing. Sorrow cannot be there forever. Yet, look at my state now. Now, the state I am in now, look at it. A state which I am in now because of a gambler addict. You know what I do every day? I have to take care of Queen Sudeshna's bath items. Look how dull my skin has become. I was better off in the forest. There was a day when all of you used to look to me. And there is this day now when I look to inferior ladies all day long. Oh, Bhima, I am in fear. I live in fear of Queen Sudeshna. In case something that I do displeases her. Other than for Kunti Devi, I have never crushed chandanam, sandal paste, for anyone. Not even for my own self. And now I have to do this day in and day out for all the royalty. Oh, Bhima, look at my hands, he says. Look at my hands. Just see all the blisters in my hands. Just see the scars. Saying this, she showed her hand. She showed her hand to Bhima. Badly calloused hands. Oh, Bhima, she says, I, who have never even feared my husbands, now stand trembling in the presence of King Virata. When I give him chandanam, he insists that I should give it personally and that he will use only that chandanam which I crush and not anyone else's. Draupadi wept, taking deep breaths, she was weeping, showing her blistered hands to Bhimasena. Nalpam kritam maya bhima devanam kilbisham pura abhagya yatra jivami kartavye sati pandava. Nalpam kritam maya bhima devanam kilbisham pura. Konjo nenjo, chota mota Aparadha to Devas is not what I have done. I must leave Aparadha, I must have done. Abhagya, absolutely. Zero fortune, good fortune person. That I am alive. Whereas rightfully, I should have committed sati. I should have killed myself. It is by misfortune that I am still alive. Vaishampayana tells Janamejaya, Tatastasya karau spook sukshmau hirabandhau vrukodara mukhamani vai patnya ruroda paravira. Her soft hands, which you are showing to Bhima, blistered hands, vrukodara, the one with the belly of the wolf, Bhimasena. He took those hands and put them on his face. And he wept into those hands. Scene of Bharata. He wept. Her hands became wet with his tears. He then held her hands in his, wept, and said, Dhigastu me bahubalam gandivam phalgunasya cha yatte raktau pura bhutva vani kritakina vimau. Shame on the strength of my arms. Shame. Shame on the Gandiva of Arjuna, that your soft, rosy hands should now be so blistered and scarred. My dear, I would have attacked Kichaka right then and there in the assembly. But King Yudishthira conveyed to me that the time was not right. We should not be exposed now during the Agyatavasa. Otherwise, I would have crushed Kichaka's head like a playful elephant crushes a bamboo. Bamboo is also called Kichaka. I would have crushed. My dear, when I think of the day that we were deceived of our kingdom, and I did not destroy the Kauravas on the same day, that Duryodhana, Karna, Shakuni, and that Papi Dushasana, that I did not tear their heads off from their body. I feel ashamed. Thorns prick my heart. My whole body burns. But I console myself. That elder brother Yudishthira, he directs us in the path of Dharma. Ma dharmam jahi sushroni, rudham jahi mahamate, imam tu samupalambam, tyakto raja Yudishthira, shunyad vapi kalyani, krishnam jahyata jeevitam. Patto. Imam tu samupalambam, tvatto raja Yudishthira, Sunuyat vapi kalyani kattam jahyata jeevitam. Madharmam jahi sushroni. Draupadi of slim waist, do not abandon Dharma. Do abandon anger, O wise lady, O supremely wise lady. It behoves you to abandon anger and not to abandon dharma. This abuse, these words of anger that you have spoken of about Yudishthira, if by chance he hears it, if it falls on his ears, he will give up his life. Krishnam, Dakyatsa Jeevitam. Yeah, he should give up his life. Same is the case with Dhananjaya and Sahadeva and Nakula. And if they die, I too will not be able to live. So please do not find fault with King Yudishthira. Pura Sukanya Bharya Che Bhargavam Chavanam Mane Valmika Bhutam Shamyantam Manvapadyata Bhamini. In days of yore, Sukanya was the wife of Rishi Chavana, who was doing 7/24 tapasya. Decades. He was just in tapasya doing. His body had become covered with an anthill. Even so, she did not get angry with him or abandon him. Narayani Chendasena Rupena Yadite Shuta Patiman Vacharat Vriddham Puravarshata Trinam. You would have surely heard of Narayani Indrasena, of great beauty, well known. She was the wife of Mudgala Rishi, and she served him, although her husband, Mudgala Rishi, was so old, he was thousands of years old. Duhita Janakasyapi Vaidehi Yadite Shuta Patiman Vacharat Sita Maharanya Nivasinam Rakshasa Nigraham Prapya Ramasya Mahishi Priya Krishyamana Api Sushroni Ramamevavanva Padyata. And maybe you have heard of the daughter of King Janaka, who stood by her husband, even though he only gave her Mahaghora Vanavasa. And then Rakshasa Nigraham Prapya, what did she get? The torture of Rakshasas. And she was Ramasya Mahishi Priya, the queen, the beloved queen of Rama. Even though she suffered every manner of distress and sorrow and pain and torture, she did not say a word about Rama. Lopa mudra tatha bhiru payurupa samanvita agasti manvaya ditva kaman sarvana manushan. Lopa mudra, who had youth and beauty. And what did she get? Husband like Agastya. She had to renounce every human happiness. Jumatsena sutam veera satyavantamanindita savitri anuchacharika yamalokam manaswini. Jumatsena's great son, Satyavan, whose wife Savitri, Panindita, no faultless Savitri, she went to Yamaloka behind Satyavan. यथैताः कीर्तिता नार्यो रूपवत्यः पतिव्रताः तथा त्वमपि कल्याणैः सर्वैः समुदिता गुणैः. And you, O Draupadi, are very well endowed with all the gunas of all these great ladies. मादीर्घं क्षमकालं त्वं मासमर्धं च संवितं पूर्णे त्रयोदशे वर्षे राज्ञां राज्ञी भविष्यसि. So just bear with it. Just a short, little bit more time. You have to exercise Shama for just a bit more time. Masamardham, half a month more, half a month more. And then the 13th year will be over. The 13th year is over. I tell you this. Ragyam Ragyi Bhavishyasi. You will become the queen again. I promise you, this will happen. There is no doubt about it. You should strive to be the proof of the supreme greatness of all these greatest of women. My dear, you will rule over all the kings. Every bhoga, every pleasure, howsoever difficult, will be yours for the asking, the taking. He's speaking wise words to Draupadi. Priya lady, born of fire. She says, Bhima Sena, it's only out of extreme trauma that I spoke what I spoke. And I wept. I did not mean to blame King Yudishthira. Oh, Bhima Sena, why ruminate over the past? Let us focus on the present. Kichaka, Kichaka, Kichaka. He taunts me, saying, Shuchismite, oh lady of beautiful smile. She tells me, I care a damn about your Gandharva husbands. Shatam Shatasahasrani Gandharvanam Hamrade Samagatam Anishyami Tvam Bhiru Kurumekshanam. 100,000 Gandharvas I will decimate in battle. O Bhiru, just oblige me for a short time. When I mention my husbands, he bursts out laughing. Ha ha, he says. Papatma papa bhavascha kamabhanavashanuga avanitashta dushtatma pratyakhyata punah punah. Papatma, papa bhavam, afflicted by the arrows of kama, totally indisciplined fellow, dushtatma, again and again. Get after me. If this is allowed to carry on, Oh, Bhimasena, I will die. I will die. I don't know about you all. I will die. And with my death, your dharma, the dharma of my husbands, would have been destroyed. All this from Vyasabharata. We'll stop here. Continue next time. This conversation of Draupadi and Bhimasena in the dead of the night, in the darkness of the Pakashala, the royal kitchen, the kingdom of Matsyendra, of King Virata. Continue the conversation next time. And wishing you all a very happy new year. Great 2026. It has been a good time. 2025 listening to Bharatam. Thank you all for joining. And as every YouTuber says nowadays, do join next time. Har Namah Parvati Pataye Har Har Mahadeva Janaki Kanta Smaranam Jai Jai Rama
Ram
Rama
Rama
Gopika Jivana Smaranam Govinda
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 Katriveli Muruganak Haro Hara Sadguru Swamina Jai Sri Anjaneya Swamina Jai. Thank you.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to all.